Hi, this is Carol Hill. Today is December 4th, 2016, and today we're going to talk about how to search for birth and death certificates in England beginning in 1837. So let's get started. Okay, we are going to go to the General Register Office of England, and to get to that website, you will go to www.gro.gov.uk, and this is the home page here. And I want to read this first part just so you understand exactly what we're going to do. It says the General Register Office is part of Her Majesty's Passport Office and oversees civil registration in England and Wales. We maintain the National Archive of all births, marriages, and deaths dating back to 1837, and further information on our services can be found using the link shown below. So there's other information, I'll just let you look at that, but what we're going to do is go ahead and order certificates online, clicking on this button right here. Okay, you will be taken to this page, and it explains a little bit about their services and how you can order them. And this is what's really neat, because this is pretty new, how you can order certificates online. You've been able to do that for a while, but also you can search the GRO historic birth and death indexes. Usually you had to go and look at a couple other sites, and now you can do it right here. And they've got some things that are really neat that make it easier to search for information and figure out information on your ancestors. But one thing before we go and register and show you the rest of it, I wanted to show you that they've just came out with a way that you can just get PDFs of the certificates emailed to you. And as I came on here, I was really excited because I wanted to show you that, but then I read this about they had the PDF pilot phase 1, and right now they're not allowing anybody to order PDF copies, but they are going to in the future. They've got a phase 2, they say, that's coming up, phase 2 of the PDF pilot program. They're going to be able to email a PDF within 3 hours. It looks like they're working on that service, so that'll be awesome. So when you look at this, you may find that you can get a PDF, but currently you can just order it through the mail, and I'm going to show that in a minute. So when you come in, a couple other things I wanted to show you too. Over here on the right hand side, I really like this link under where you register or log in. It says most customers want to know. And if you don't know, like what's on a certificate, or if you don't know how to order online, then this will help you. All these different options, they're really great at explaining everything really well. But the main thing I wanted to show you is what information will be shown on a birth, marriage, or death certificate, because it's a little bit different than the US or other countries, I believe. So this will just tell you, so if you forget, you can come in here and see, because typically on US death certificates, you will see the parents if the informant knew the parents' names. But on England or Wales death certificate, they don't include the parents. So if you're looking for the parents, it's good to know that maybe that's not one that you want to order. However, the marriage certificate does have the father's name and the occupation, and then also the birth certificates has the father's name, the mother's name, which includes her maiden name. And so the birth certificate is so helpful to be able to get the mother's maiden name. And I'm going to show you some other ways that you can see the maiden name. So let's go ahead. The first time you come in, you're going to need to register. Well, let's go. Yeah, you're going to need to register or log in. So I'm going to click on the register. It's free to register, so just put in your email and whatever the other information they ask. And then I just have Chrome save my email and password, so I don't have to remember it. It's hard to remember these emails and passwords, especially when you have to do a username. But anyway, you'll enter that information once you've registered, and then all you do is click submit right there. And then this gives you a lot of different options, and we're not going to go over those, because what you want to do when you come to this point is just search the GRO indexes to find the information that you want. Okay, so right now, which index would you like to search? And as I said, this is fairly new, and so right now we don't have the option to do the marriage, and you can still use your free BMDs, or a lot of times you can find them in an index through Ancestry or Family Search. But let's go ahead and click on birth, that we want to look at a birth. Okay, and this will come to your search options. The thing you need to be aware of is that you need to make sure and fill out the box that has the little red asterisk by it, because otherwise it won't search. Well, it'll tell you that. So let's go ahead and do this. It's really easy. So this one says the surname at birth, and I'm going to go ahead and click search on this Pilgrim. This is one of my husband's ancestors. And let's say I don't know his mother's maiden name. So I'm gonna try, since this says the maiden name, that maybe I can find it. So let's go ahead, and you have to click. I didn't have to put the Thomas, but since I know that, I'll go ahead and put his name, and you could search just by last name. And then I need to put the gender, which I know he's a male, and then I need to put the year. So he was born in about 1858. And then I like to make sure and just click plus or minus a couple years. This will bring up hopefully him. Maybe he's had a brother too or something. And so I think it's good just to make sure and click that option. And then ask where the birth was registered. I know he was in Chesterton. You could put that in, you don't have to. I'm not going to worry about that right now because I wanted to show you the searches. So then we're going to go ahead and just click search. Okay, and hopefully I did that right. Okay. So this comes down with several options. This first one is a Thomas Pilgrim. He was born in 1859. This M stands for the first quarter, which was January, February, March, so that's why the M's there. This S stands for the third quarter, which is July, August, September, because September is the last one. So that's what those different ones, this means, is that would be in the third quarter. The D stands for December, so they were born either in October, November, or December. So when you see that, it's it might even show you this quarter here. No, it just shows you, by the January, February, March, but that's what that M stands for. So anyway, remember I told you he was from Chesterton, so this is the district or the county, and you can just look down here, and here's Chesterton at the bottom, so I know that that's him. And look at what we find. We find his mother's maiden name, which is Andrews, and so that's exciting to know the maiden name. This is new, where you weren't able to do this before, and so this was really helpful, because if I want to try to find maybe another child, if there had been a couple here, then I would possibly know that this could be a brother or someone. In fact, let's just try that. Let's take off Thomas, and we'll still try a male, and let's try, this time let's put in Chesterton, just because we know that's where they were, and I don't really want to get, if I'm not putting a first name, then I'm going to get a lot of kids. So let's go ahead and just put search there, and let's see if anybody else comes up. And look, there is a Charles Pilgrim. Do you see that at the first? But look, the mother's name is different. It's Mansfield. So there wasn't another son born during that time. But let's look, how about we change this male to a female, and let's click the search button there. Okay, and look what we find out this time. There's Anne Maria in Chesterton, and that the maiden name of the mother is also Mansfield, so that's probably a sister to the other one that we found. But look at here is a mother's maiden name, surname, is Andrews. And so this Betsy Mary Ann Pilgrim was born the last quarter in 1859. And you can kind of check that too and think, okay, is that too close? Could she have had, her brother Thomas was born in 1858 in the first quarter, and so is there at least 9 months between them, which there is. And so from other research, I know that this is actually Thomas's brother too. So anyway, we've got a couple kids, and so I hope that's helpful. It's a great way to find children. I could do this more. I could go, okay, let's see if maybe there's another daughter born. You could also go ahead and put, the maiden name in and go and do a lot of different searches. You've only got plus or minus 2 years, so you might have to put in maybe I go to 1863 plus or minus 2 years and check and see if there's still some more children. In fact, here we could search for that. Okay, I've gone further, and let's see if there's any other Andrews. Oh, and it didn't come up with any females born in Chesterton with the last name Pilgrim. So from other research, I know that their mother actually had died, and possibly in childbirth, with Betsy Ann. So let me show you how you go ahead and do just a death search really quick so you can see that. So it actually filled this in for me. So this is just saying, when was the death registered? I'm going to go ahead. I know she actually did die in 1859. And let's just click this. We've got the surname filled out. We've got the female, the year, and then we went ahead and did the district too. Okay, so let's check. And as you can see, there's an Anne Pilgrim that died at age 3 in Chesterton. There's also this Catherine that's 25, and then a Harriet that's 9. So what's really nice about this death index too is that this Catherine Pilgrim is actually the Andrews. The maiden name's Andrews, so it was Catherine Andrews. And it's nice to have this age because I can look at her on Family Search. In fact, I can go to that. And here she was born. She was born in 1828. And this is her death, so she would have been about 25, a little bit less, but about 25 years old, according to this index. And so sometimes you can use the age, the names, and everything to figure out what, if that's the right ancestor that you're looking for. And then last but not least, which I forgot to show you on the other one, is you can actually order this certificate. So especially, like I said, on that birth, you could order and get the complete certificate. But all you do to order is you just click right there on the order. It fills all the information out for you, which is awesome. If you're looking at a different index, especially for like the marriage, you can come here and order them, and what you need to know is the year, the quarter, the district name, the volume, and the page number. So you can get that off of other indexes, but it's awesome that they have it right here now. And then you can decide how you want it to be mailed to you. It cost £9, and so that is $11.77 US, which isn't bad because that's, I usually spend 10 to 15 just to order a death certificate or birth certificate from the US. And it says it leaves on the 4th working day from the receipt of order. So they do get them out really quick. You can receive it within about a week, or a week to 10 days. It comes really quick. And when they were allowing the email PDFs, they were about $8 US. So it is a little bit cheaper, to get just have the email with the PDF on it. So it's awesome. But you just fill all the information out, and then you can just put submit, and then it will ask you, this is the information that I put in before my email, and then you still just submit, and then it'll ask you for your money. Pretty close. This just makes sure that you want this. And you can pay more to ship it faster, but I don't usually. So anyway, but you keep going through this, and then when you get to a point, it'll just ask you to put your credit card information in, and it's really easy. So anyway, I hope that this helps, and let me know if you have questions, and have a great day.